Russian Tales, the Cross-Surety. Once upon a time, two merchants lived in a certain town, just upon the very verge of a stream. One of them was a Russian, the other a Tatar. Both were rich, but the Russian got so utterly ruined by business deals that they hadn't a single bit of property left. Everything he had was confiscated or stolen to pay back debts. The Russian merchant had nothing to turn to. He was left as poor as a rat. So he went to his friend the Tatar and besought him to lend him some money. "Get me a surety," said the Tatar. "But whom can I get for you, seeing that I haven't a soul belonging to me?" "Stay, though. There is a surety for you, the life-living cross upon the church." "Very good, my friend," says the Tatar. "I will trust your cross. Your faith or ours, all is one for me." And he gave the Russian merchant 50,000 rubles. Now the Russian took the money and bade the Tatar farewell, and went back to trade in many diverse places. By the end of the 2 years, he had gained 150,000 rubles by the 50,000 that he had borrowed. Now he happened to be sailing one day along the Danube, going with wares from one place to another, when all of a sudden a mighty storm arose, and was on the point of sinking the ship that he was in. The merchant remembered how he had borrowed his money, and had given the life-giving cross as a surety, but he had not paid his debt. That was doubtlessly the cause of this storm arising. No sooner had he spoke this to himself than the storm began to subside. The merchant did take a barrel and counted out 50,000 rubles, and wrote a note to the Tatar, placing it together with the money, and did seal the barrel. He then did fling the barrel into the water, saying, "As I give the cross as my surety to the Tatar, the money will be certain to reach him." The barrel straightway sank to the bottom. Everyone supposed the money was lost. But what happened? In the Tatar's house, there lived a Russian kitchen maid. One day she happened to go to river for water, and when she got there, she saw a barrel floating along. So she went a little way into the water and began trying to grasp hold of it, but it wasn't to be done. When she made to the barrel, it did retreat from her. But when she turned from the barrel and would go to shore, it would float along behind her. She went on trying and trying to grasp the barrel for some time. Then she went home and told her master all that had happened. At first, he did not believe her, but at last he determined to go to the river and see for himself what sort of barrel it was that was floating there. When he got there, sure enough, there was the barrel, floating not far from the shore. The Tartar then took off his clothes and went into the water. Before he had gone any distance, the barrel came floating up to him of its own accord. He did lay hold of it and carry it home. Opening it, he looked inside. There he saw a quantity of money, and on top of the money a note. He took out the note and did read it, and this is what was said in it. "Dear friend, I return to you the 50,000 rubles, for which, when I borrowed them from you, I did give the life-giving cross as a surety. The Tatar read these words and was astounded at the power of the life-giving cross. He counted the money over to see whether the full sum was really there, and it was there, exactly. Meanwhile, the Russian merchant, after trading for some 5 years, made a very tolerable fortune. So he returned to his old home, and thinking that the barrel had been lost to sea, he considered it his first duty to settle with his friend the Tatar. So he went to his house. He did bring and offer him the 50,000 that he had borrowed. Then the Tatar did told him all that had happened, and how he had found the barrel floating in the river with the money and the note inside. Taking out the saved note, he then showed it to his friend, saying, "This is truly your hand," to which the Russian said, "It certainly is." The Krai was astounded upon this wonderful manifestation, and the Tatar did say, "I have no money to receive from you. Brother, take this back again. Your debt has been paid." The Russian merchant had a service performed as a thanking to God, and next day the Tatar was baptized with all of his household. The Russian merchant was his godfather. The kitchen maid became his godmother, and after that they both lived a long and happy life, surviving to a great old age and dying peaceably upon their beds, surrounded by their family. God bless and have a wonderful day.